Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Elizabeth. So today we're talking about nutrition and menstruation. How nutrition affects menstruation, how nutrition affects our menstrual health. So before we go further, we define what nutrition is all about. Nutrition is the process of consuming and utilizing food and nutrients to support the body's function, our growth, and overall health. While menstruation is a natural monthly process of where the female body sheds the lining of the uterus, resulting into bleeding through the vagina. Menstruation is also known as period. Menstruation occurs from puberty until menopause, except during pregnancy. That's when you don't menstruate. And menopause, that's the no more menstruation during your menopause period. Menstrual cycle ranges from 21 days to 35 days, which the average is 28 days. How do you calculate your menstrual cycle? I realized that many women doesn't know how to calculate their cycle. Like apart from the junior ones that are just starting, even the adults, they don't know how to calculate their menstrual cycle. When mothers doesn't know how to calculate their menstrual cycle, how do you tend to help your kids when they start menstruation? So I've given us tips on how to calculate our menstrual cycle. You start from the day you start, like the very first day you start your menstruation, you mark it on your calendar. The next month you start again, you mark it on your calendar. So you calculate from that day you start, like for the previous month, you calculate it till the next day you start. If it's 21 days, that means you have 21 cycle. You can do that for like 3 months to get an accurate one. So if you calculate it from that day you start to the next month you start, if it's 21 days, that means you have 21 days cycle. If it's 26, you have 26 days cycle. If it's 30, you have 30 days cycle. So to know, that means you already get your menstrual cycle. Menstruation is now divided into four phases. We have the menstrual phase, we have the follicular phase, we have the ovulation, and the luteal phase. Menstrual phase is the period of actual bleeding from 3 to 7 days, like actual bleeding that lasts for 3 to 7 days. Some people may bleed for 3 days, some is up to 7 days. Anything more than 7 days, go and see your medical practitioner. Follicular phase is the time between the end of menstruation and ovulation, involving the growth of follicles in the ovaries. That is, after you were done with your menstruation, the day you end your menstruation to your ovulation, those periods is your follicular period. Some people call it your safe period. Why we have ovulation? Ovulation is when a mature egg is released from the ovary, typically around the middle of the cycle. Yes, like I said earlier, that when you want to calculate your menstrual cycle, you have to know your cycle. Some people might have like 21 days or so. So to know your ovulation day, let me use 26 days cycle as an example. For someone that has 26 days cycle, you have to divide that 26 into 2. You know, when you divide into 2, that means 13 days. So on the day of your on the 13th day is your ovulation period. So you can calculate backward and forward. But many people on the day or like the middle day, that's when your ovulation come. But you can start having symptoms from 3 days before that day. You can start having symptoms 3 days before that day. And those periods, 3 days before your ovulation period and 3 days after your ovulation period, is what they called unsafe period. When you have sex during that period, you tend to get pregnant. So like 3 days before your ovulation period and 3 days after your ovulation period, that's your unsafe period. If you have sex, unprotected sex, and around that time, you get pregnant. So to know your ovulation date, you can go like you divide that your cycle into 2. If it's 26 days, that means it's on the 13th day. After the 13th day, that's your ovulation period. Then we have the luteal phase. It's the period after ovulation where the body prepares for a possible pregnancy or the cycle resets if fertilization does not occur. Like I said earlier, I said 3 days, like 3 days before your ovulation and 3 days after your ovulation, you tend to get pregnant if you have unsafe pregnancy. During that time, your egg, like your ovary already release egg. So during that time, it is looking for what to fertilize it. So the luteal phase is now when After those ovulation period have passed, there's nothing to fertilize the egg. That's when your body now prepares for another period. That luteal phase is when your body is preparing for pregnancy. But since there's no fertilization during the ovulation period, you start menstruating, like menstruation occurs. So symptoms of menstruation: we have cramps, bloating, mood swing, breast tenderness, like fatigue. Some people tend to be very tired when they're about to menstruation, be very lazy, like different symptoms for different people. Why some people doesn't really like feel anything even until their menstruation comes before they know. But like the major symptoms for menstruation, it's mood swings, bloating, cramps, fatigue, back pain, lower waist pain, lower abdomen pain. Like those are the main symptoms for menstruation. Before I forget, ovulation. Ovulation also comes with symptoms. Like you tend to have like one side of your stomach will be cramping, like one side of your stomach pain when you're ovulating. Those are the time you get to know that I think ovulation is coming. We have so many types of menstrual products to use during menstruation. We have your sanitary pads, tampons, your menstrual cups, your reusable clothes pads, your dicks, your panty liner. But panty liners are mainly used during ovulation, when your period, like you're done with your period, just like the last day. That is more of spotting that comes around that time. It's not full blood. And for reusable clothes pads, some people will be like, why will you be using clothes? Clothes is even more safer. Like clothes is safer than tissue. When you use clothes is safer than tissues, but it depends on how you use it. It depends on how you take care of your clothes. And all these menstrual cups, they have limits, like they have the time frame for using it. It is advisable to, whatever you use at that time, within 4 to 8 hours you change it. It's not like you use your pads overnight. Don't get me wrong, you use it overnight, but not the one that you've been using since morning. That's what you carry overnight, just because you don't have heavy flows. Because you don't have heavy flow, that doesn't mean you should use one pad throughout the day and don't change. And when you want to change your pad, make sure you take your bath at during the time you want to change, especially at night before you go to bed. It is advisable to take one bath, especially for those that do have cramps. It helps to relax your also, yeah, it helps to relax your body. So take one bath, take hot water. Also, we're talking about your panties during menstruation. Like make sure your regular day-to-day pants is different from the one you wear for your menstruation. It is very important you separate it. Your pants for menstruation should be different from the day-to-day panties. So it is very important to take care of your body when you're menstruating, because during menstruation it tends to be prone to infections. So you have to be clean, like clean during menstruation. It is very important to stay clean during menstruation. Also, there are so many misconceptions about menstruation. Some said menstruation is impure, is dirty. No, menstruation are not dirty. They are not. Some said menstruation is not this, the blood is not the same as the normal blood that comes out of your body when you have months or you have a cut. It's the same thing. There's nothing like different blood. We all have the same blood in our body. God did not create one separate blood for menstruation and separate blood for when you have months. It's the same thing. Some said periods are the same for everyone. No, you can't generalize that period is the same for everyone. Some feel cramps, some doesn't feel any pain at all. So you can't say periods are the same for everyone. Some also said pains that occur during pain is normal. Yes, some pain are normal and some pain are not. Some pains that you experience during menstruation are due to some medical conditions like fibroids, like PCOS, and so on. So when your pain is being extreme, go and see your medical practitioner, go to your health center, go to your hospital, go and see your doctor. Some also said exercise during period is harmful. How can you say exercise during period is harmful? No. Exercising your body during period tends to relax your muscle, and when your muscle is relaxed, it tends to reduce the pain that you feel. Like, so exercise during period is very vital. It's good, even if it's just little sit up or little push up that you can do during your periods. It helps with your muscles, it relax your body. Also, some people said mood swings are just for attention. How can you say mood swings is you seeking for attention? Also, mood swings is part of the symptoms of menstruation. Like when someone is pregnant now, like let me say it this way: even menstruation and pregnancy is more like they have more of the same symptoms. When you are pregnant, you tend to have mood swings, like back pain, like so many things. Same with menstruation. So mood swing during menstruation doesn't mean you are seeking attention. It's just your body reacting to what's coming out of your body. Your body is your hormones reacting. Like, it's just normal for you to have mood swings when you are menstruating. Some also said using tampons or menstrual cups makes you lose your virginity. How now? Eh? How now? How can you say tampons? Tampon is it's not that big for you to make you lose your virginity. So you can't lose your virginity when you use tampons or cups. You can't. Some say you can't get pregnant during period. You can get pregnant when you are menstruating, my sister. If you have unprotected sex during that period, you can be pregnant. There are chances of you getting pregnant during period. And also, some guys doesn't like their babe coming to their house when they are menstruating. Why? My brother Chukwundi, brother Uchenna, brother Kola, brother Shola, brother Israel. Why? Why don't you want your babe to be around you when she's menstruating? It's not like is she sick or she have more contagious diseases. Menstruation is a normal thing. It's normal. It's during that period that your babe actually need you the most. That's when you're supposed to be pampering her, like buy her ice cream, yogurt, take care of her, give her warm bath. Like, that's the period she needs you the most, when she's on her period. Husband, you can still have sex with your wife during period though. It's not dirty. The period coming out, the blood coming out is not dirty. Just can use protection. That sex during period also helps the woman to relax. Almost like it tends to help reduce the pain that she's passing through during that period. So having sex during menstruation is nothing bad. But that doesn't make her get pregnant. I'm talking about what to limit and what to consume more during menstruation. You limit your sugar intake, your carbonated drinks, your salt intake, your caffeine. You eat more of vegetables and fruits. You take more of milk, your yogurt, your dark chocolates, your limits, your leafy greens. You eat more of iron rich foods, any foods that are rich in iron, because during menstruation it tends to, like, that blood is coming out, you are losing iron through that blood too, so you need to replenish the iron that you've lost. So that's to eat food that are rich in iron. You eat food that are rich in calcium. You stay hydrated during menstruation, like take a whole lot of water during menstruation. It is very important to be hydrated during menstruation. You need to take more foods that are rich in iron. Examples are beef, your chicken, your turkey, your legumes, your leafy greens, your spinach, your efo tete, your efo gure, your water leaf. You eat more and you eat more vegetables and fruits. Like, it is very important to consume more fruit and vegetables. You eat more of that eat more of whole grains like your oats. Eat nuts and seeds. You take dark chocolate. You take milk, yogurt. You can also opt for plant-based milk like soya milk, the one that is produced from soya beans. So those are very important. And your omega-3 fatty acids such as salmon, your sardine, your mackerel is very important. Your vitamins too is very important. Like to eat food that are rich in vitamins. That I said, Fruits is very important. Fruit are rich in vitamins, so consume more of your fruits. Eat your rice, eat your potato, your chamomile tea, your ginger tea is also very important if you don't want to just take ordinary water. But it is very important to be hydrated, like drink water regularly, drink water when you're menstruating, avoid sugary foods, eat more fruit and vegetables, eat balanced diet. It is very, very important. It is very, very important to eat balanced diet, exercise, yeah, exercise, stay hydrated. Also, some people don't have appetite during menstruation. Yeah, some, like I said, symptoms varies. If you don't have appetite to eat during menstruation, make sure you eat more fruits. Yeah, fruits. And your vegetables like your carrots, your cabbage, make sure you consume them very well. When you eat more fruits, it will give you appetite to eat normal foods. So if you don't have appetite to eat your normal food, make sure you eat your fruits and vegetables. It's very important. And stay hydrated. Like I'm giving more emphasis on being hydrated during menstruation. It is very important to be hydrated and eat balanced diet. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you. I hope this is helpful. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and also send to your friends to subscribe and like. Thank you. See you next week. Bye bye.